Before I get too far into this episode, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who's been putting up with the low-quality old footage I've been featuring for almost a year now. For everyone who's been getting tired of it, not to fret. There isn't very much of it left. As a matter of fact, this episode probably will be the last of the old footage as far as it falling into the timeline of the story. For those of you who kind of liked it, not to fret. I'll probably refer back to some of it on occasion. Now it was time to build the deck, and this will make those of you who are tired of the old vintage footage happy. For some strange reason, I never filmed a single minute of building the deck. I had plenty of tape and the camera was functioning fine. But for the life of me, I can't remember why I didn't pick up that video camera and film any of it. But I did take several photographs, so that's all I have on record to document this project. I decided to use my recently acquired mortise and tenon skills for the deck railing. I did miscalculate the measurements for the lower railings on the steps and had to redo those at a later time. But overall, I thought the railings came out pretty good. But there would be a serious issue with the railings over time, and I'll cover that in a future episode. I've never had the pleasure of watching the deer rut in all the years I've owned this property, until this year. In October of 2024, for some reason all of the bucks in the vicinity chose to make the area behind my cabin a popular spot to spar and battle it out. It was usually in the dark of night, and it was usually only the medium-sized bucks. Over the last several weeks, I noticed the big 10-pointers were never challenged. There was still some decent light left when these two went at it, and they went at it for about 15 minutes until they finally worked their way too far from the camera to see much. You can tell who the boss was on this day. A good poke in the ribs is a reminder of who's in charge. These two were obviously good friends. And finally, here comes the boss again. A set of antlers up the back side should do the trick. By this time I was in desperate need of a shed to put all of the tools and equipment I was collecting that would be staying here at the cabin. I figured something simple and basic, such as an 8x8 shed to keep the material costs down, and built up on 4 posts on concrete piers would be enough. Before too long, it was all finished. And just a few years later, as you'll see in a future episode, I was really regretting not building a larger shed or even a smaller barn.